Hey, so want to know what it's like living in downtown Vancouver? Well, I got you covered. Today, I'm going to be giving you the housing prices, details for the best restaurants in the area, fun things to do, just absolutely everything that you really need to know about eating, sleeping, and living in downtown core, right? So stay tuned for the rest of the video, guys. Hey, so I'm Senghera here with Prestige Property Group, and I'm actually a local realtor out here in Vancouver, British Columbia. So what I actually love is me and my team, we love nothing more than helping people through the buying or selling process, or just simply answering any of your guys' questions, or just being of service in any way we possibly can, right? So first things first, just make sure you guys hit that button down there and subscribe to our channel, because every week we try to come out with videos to keep you up to date with everything that's going on in the Lower Mainland, Vancouver, and all the surrounding suburbs as well, right? So yeah, just make sure you guys do that. Make sure you guys hit that notification button too, so that you guys get notified every week. And then let's get to the video. All right, guys. So the first things first is the cost of living here, right? So in regards to housing prices, etc. So when you're looking at purchasing a detached home in the downtown area or the surrounding areas, it's going to cost you around, on average, $2.1 million, right? So it's like what I've told you guys, if you guys have seen any of my past videos, it is expensive out here in Vancouver. There's a reason why it's the most expensive city to live in all of Canada, and one of the most expensive cities to live in the world, is for that reason, right? And even looking at townhouses that are located in the downtown core, they're usually going to run you about 1051 is the exact, right? So $1,051,000 is around how much you're going to be spending for a townhouse on average, right? And then when looking at apartments / condos, those are actually selling for anywhere around $791 or more. Again, that's the average, right? So you could get, there's obviously condos that, we've helped clients purchase. You can find like 2 bedrooms or 1 bedrooms for around, a little less than 6, anywhere from like 450 to 6. But if you're looking at 1 bedrooms, you could obviously get a 1 bedroom at around like 450, or maybe even sometimes cheaper, right? It just depends. But on average, like I said, 791 is how much you're going to be looking to spend when you're looking to live not like outside of the downtown core, but like in the downtown core, right? Because downtown Vancouver is a lot more expensive just because everything is located close by, right? So like sticking with that cost of like everything being located close by, like over here we have downtown Vancouver is amazing because of, besides like everything being located close by, right? Like just like the community in general. So you got so many stores, restaurants, eateries, it could be grocery shops, malls like the Pacific Center Mall. Transit is located really, really close by, right? So what you'll notice is public transit is super easy to get to, right? So let's say if your condo is located in downtown Vancouver, as soon as you leave the complex, it's essentially SkyTrain stations are located everywhere, right? So the closest SkyTrain station, as long as you're located in downtown Vancouver, is going to be anywhere from a 5 to 10 minute walk from your house, right? So it is very, very easy to commute to the rest of the Lower Mainland. So that's to get to the SkyTrain, but like bus service, taxi service is there too. So again, it is really, really easy to get around and commute throughout the city, right? And then walking's a super simple and great thing to do in the area too, because there's just so many people in the area that just commute like that anyways, right? Because everything's kind of located close by. It's just a lot easier for them, right? And then sticking with kind of like the cost of, let's say, like the taxi. So usually per each kilometer that you're taking, mind you, I'm Canadian, so I'm going to go by kilometers, is it's going to cost you around $1.88 per each kilometer that you're taking in a taxi, right? So let's say if you were to get driven 50 clicks, that's obviously going to cost you around, do the math, right? That's going to cost you even more, anywhere from like $70 to $85, $90, right? Whatever the case may be. So hopefully that gives you an idea for that. And then when looking at monthly transit passes, so a monthly transit pass, which is going to allow you to obviously get SkyTrain service, bus, and bus service, is going to cost you around $98 a month, right? So it is a little bit more expensive when you're purchasing that and living in the downtown core. But again, one of the main reasons for that is the fact that you're going to be using it a lot more, right? You're going to be using public transit essentially all the time because SkyTrain takes you everywhere throughout Vancouver and the rest of the Lower Mainland, and then vice versa. Even the bus service there is fantastic as well, right? So when taking into consideration, not now the price of how much it's going to cost for purchasing a place, but like how much is it going to cost you guys to rent, right? So let's say if you're looking to rent a 1-bedroom apartment in downtown Vancouver, it's going to cost you anywhere from $2,080 to a little bit more, right? $2,088 is around average what the price is. or a little bit more. It could be a little bit less, right? Normally what you will see is it normally is around like $1,900 minimum or more, right, for that 1 bedroom apartment in the city center. And then let's say if you're taking it up to a 3 bedroom apartment in the city center, that's going to cost you around $3,800 a month, right? So it's like what I said, it is a lot more expensive for living in downtown Vancouver. But again, the pros are that everything's just located so close by, right? The community is fantastic. Transportation is located close by. It's a beautiful place to live, right? You got the city skyline. You have just everything there, right? And on top of that, there's just so many amazing things to do in the area too, right? That are located close by. So like the Aqua Bus, which is essentially like this small little ferry that takes you throughout all the other communities in downtown Vancouver and the little local neighborhoods in the area. There's Grouse Grind, which is a fantastic like hiking trail. There's honestly hundreds and hundreds of hiking trails throughout Vancouver, but that's like one of the most popular ones. Fantastic place to go to, right? Now, Stanley Park's a great place. It's actually one of the most famous parks in the world. Fantastic place to just go for a stroll with your family. During New Year's, they usually have like fireworks going off there. So there's just honestly tons and tons of stuff to do, right? So Stanley Park's actually a really great place too. And then just like strolling around Gastown, which is actually a really historic old city center in downtown Vancouver. And essentially what you'll notice, there's a lot of like stores, a lot of eateries, restaurants, like just local shops and stores in the area, like jewelry shops, touristy shops, clothing stores, etc. But again, it's just such a nice, fantastic community to live in. And like, as you could just tell from how the area is in general and how the people are in the community, what you'll notice is that everyone here is really, really friendly. And that, again, like I've told you guys, everything's super, super located close by. And this place is just really the perfect place to be, right? There's a reason why it's called beautiful British Columbia, right? You have the skyline, the city skyline, you have the mountain views, you have all the outdoorsy things to do in the area, right? So that's why it's always a fantastic place for people that love to do outdoor stuff. They always love to move out here for that reason too, right? Bike around the city center, that's another thing, right? It's like what I told you guys about Pacific Center Mall. That's one of the main malls located in downtown Vancouver. Fantastic places, right? They got expensive stores for some people that love their designer clothing, like Louis Vuitton, etc. And then they also got just normal clothes too that are really nice, right? Like Banana Republic, etc. Right? Like obviously I don't want to go too in detail with that stuff, but they got tons of shops inside that mall too. Okay, guys, so hopefully that answered a lot of your guys' questions about like what are the fun things to do in the area and what makes the city so amazing, right? But now let's kind of like backtrack a little bit to just really give you guys a really good understanding of how much it's going to cost for you guys for like just your general living costs here, right? So like on average, if you're looking to go to a cheap restaurant in downtown Vancouver, so like a McDonald's, whatever, on average, one person is probably going to spend around $18, right? So like I said, it is a teensy bit expensiver. And then when taking that into consideration, going to like a mid-tier, higher tier restaurant, it's going to cost you anywhere from $80 or more for 2 people, right? So $40 per person is on average how much you're going to be looking to spend from that perspective, right? So, if it does make you guys feel better, there are a lot of fantastic like 5-star, 4-star restaurants in downtown Vancouver. So it does at least make, the fact that you're going to be paying a lot more money for your food makes sense. But obviously at the end of the day, everyone's situation is different, right? So for most people, I know they're not going to really like that. They're going to have to pay for a little bit more, but you do pay for what you get. All right. And then when taking into consideration, let's say your monthly costs for owning a home, so like your utility costs, so like electricity, heating, etc., that stuff's going to cost you around on average $90 a month. And then your internet service, so like cable providers, etc., are normally going to cost you around $78 per month. Okay. And then when taking into consideration how much the average net salary is for someone living in the downtown core, usually what they're making around is around $4,200. It's $4,288. So essentially $4,300 is how much they're making in net income monthly, right, on average. So as you can tell, like I've told you guys in the first place, you do need to make sure you're earning quite a bit of money to make sure that you're able to live a proper, sustainable life in downtown Vancouver, because otherwise it is a little difficult, right? For somebody that's not really earning as much money on a yearly and a monthly basis, it's going to be a lot tougher, right? Because they're not going to be able to just live like a normal middle class family. It's going to be a lot more challenging for them. And that is kind of what you do see a little bit. One of the cons, right, of like some people that do move to the downtown to downtown Vancouver, or just Vancouver in general, right? It's normally just the housing cost and the price and cost for living. But like I said, there are a lot of ton of good jobs out here, and you do earn a lot more when you are moving, when your job is located closer to Vancouver, because obviously they do know that since the living expenses here are a lot higher, obviously we need to be earning a lot more money, right? So hopefully that does answer you guys' question and gave you guys an absolutely amazing idea for like why the city is so great and why so many people flock here on a yearly basis, right? Downtown Vancouver is one of the most amazing places in the world, right? And I've traveled, everywhere, Switzerland, England, India, like all over the place, right? And even I could say, right, like downtown Vancouver is beautiful, and there's a reason for why. Even when I have friends and family and people coming out here, they always enjoy getting out there and kind of seeing the downtown core and just seeing the other surrounding areas too, because they realize it's just a fantastic place to live, right? So hopefully that really answer you guys' questions and you understand what it actually is like living in downtown Vancouver. And check the rest of our videos on the side. Just click the button down below, go to our page, and we answer a lot more of your guys' questions too, right? It's not just about Vancouver specifically, but we also talk about a lot of the surrounding neighborhood cities, in the suburbs, in the surrounding areas, and just answer other questions about, just like I said, everything in regards to eating, sleeping, living, and breathing in Vancouver, the downtown core, the surrounding areas. We're just always here to help any way we can, guys. So every week we're going to keep posting more and more videos. Keep checking those out. And if you, whatever other videos and comments, and I'd love to hear your guys' ideas too for what you think makes downtown Vancouver so special, just drop a comment down below and I'd love to hear that too. And then, yeah, just stay tuned for the rest of our videos, guys.